Welcome to Wanderings with Mary Kay. Today we are going to do a simple little bookmark. It's going to be intuitive, no sketching needed. It's going to be flowers cascading down a hillside. So I just used a Chinese watercolor brush and pushed some paint and water around, and it turned into this. So when you're finished with your bookmark, you can seal it by using this Gamblin cold wax medium. All you do is take a microfiber cloth, put it in, get some wax out, and then buff your bookmark. Just all over the bookmark, cover it, and that will make it so that if water or something spills on it, it should just bead right off and it won't ruin your masterpiece. So grab your paints and your paintbrush and your paper and come and join me in the studio and let's create this together. Hello, fellow wanderers. Today we are going to do a simple little bookmark. I'm doing it on 100% cotton paper because we need the paper to stay wet longer. And I just have lots of colors on my palette. So I have a red and a purple and a green and a brown and a blue. And I am just using what I have. So I'm going to get this guy wet. This is just a little quill brush that I'm using. And it's going to be a very simple sky. Bring that down here. And I've got some phthalo blue here. That's what I'm going to use. Just kind of drop that in. You can kind of go around and make the shape of clouds if you want to. Or you can put some Kleenex on your paper and lift off the shape of clouds. I think I'm just going to do like this. Maybe lighten that up a little bit, bring that up here. Remember, the sky is darker up at the top. All right, I think that's really good. Maybe a tiny bit of Payne's Gray to just run up into the bottom of some of these clouds. All right. And now I am going to start using my Chinese calligraphy brush. And I'm just going to get some green. And I'm going to mix it with some alizarin crimson to knock it back a bit. And I'm just going to put in some greenery up here on the side. Some greenery up here. Just kind of let that dissipate into the water. Some branches. And then let's get a different kind of green. This green will have a little blue in it. And we can just create a little bit of a hill here by doing like this. Take this same green up here. Just let it fill in here. Get a little water on our brush and connect all this together. Just want to keep it all wet as we work our way down. And you can throw in any color that you want here. I'm going to take a little bit of purple. This is just dioxazine purple. You can use any color you want. This is just a little patch of some purple flowers. I'm going to take a little bit of raw sienna. I'm going to drop it up here just for some variation in color. Just like that. Maybe even put a little bit of that underneath this. And maybe drop a little bit more purple up in here. And that will dissipate. It will get lighter. All right. And now let's connect this down, pull it down a bit. We can get a little bit of alizarin crimson. I can just throw in a little bit for a little pocket of red flowers. I kind of like how the purple is running down into that. All right, remember we want to keep all of this wet. So I'm just going to keep, now that's pulling my flowers down, isn't it? That's okay. There are ways that we can fix that. Let's just let it do its thing. We need some more green here. I'm going to add a little bit of burnt umber to my green to darken it up a little bit. Let it flow up into these flowers. And then it's going to come down the hill this way. And then maybe down the hill this way. Let's get some water in here. This is just playing. Watching wet on wet happen. And just seeing if some magic might be created. That'll catch you by surprise. All right, so then down in here, I'm going to put some more of these red flowers. Just going to do this. Bring it out here a little bit. Tickle out some of that with some water. And then some green for some stems. We can just throw those right in. But then before that dries, we want to connect all that to the ground. So I'm going to get another color here of green. Throw some phthalo blue into it. Do like this. And then we're going to come up here before this gets too dry. We were almost at that point where we lost it. And throw some more green into this. Lots of green on this hillside. Okay. And then let's throw some raw sienna into this. Just playing. Any color you want to put in, you can put in. You can just do this, make multiple bookmarks and just practice. I like how that's turning out. I think we might throw in a little bit of purple here. And get some green for some stems. Like that. And maybe some brown in here. Bring that down here. And then some more green in here. Just a simple, loose little bookmark. I'm going to take some green and some red. That's an olive color. Get my brush wet. I'm going to create just some random little shapes that look like branches. And do it up here too. Push that around a bit until it pleases your eye. And fill some of this in a little bit. You don't have to do that. If you like the way the top of your picture turned out, just leave it. But I wanted a little bit more in that. And then I want some more green coming down this hill. So I'm going to put a little bit of purple into that. And I want some green that kind of comes like this. And then some green that comes down here. Okay. And then I want to darken it up down here. So here's some green, little alizarin crimson, little blue, a little more green. push it up into that. It's still wet because this is 100% cotton. Get some stems in here. And I'm going to come in and wet this because I want to throw some more color into it. I don't want harsh lines, so I'm throwing some water in. And then I'm putting in some pigment. There we go. All right. A little bit of raw sienna in there. A little bit more down here. And I think that that's really pretty. We can probably darken up our purple a little bit here because this is in the foreground. So the flowers are going to look a little more distinct, like flowers instead of blobs. So just create some little shapes. It could be little heads of purple flowers. And then let's get a little bit more dark. There's some purple into my green. Tap off the end of your brush. Darken this up a little bit. There we go. You play around with it until it looks the way you want it. And as long as you've still got wet on your page, you can keep dropping in color. It's good to have some darker color and lighter color, darker values and lighter values. Okay, I think that that's good. And I'm going to drop in a little bit of phthalo blue. Where do I want it? Maybe in here. Now, the phthalo blue doesn't make sense in the real world, but in my picture, I think it's going to be a pretty addition to the way the colors are shaping up. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to wet this down again. And I am going to throw some phthalo blue into this as well. And that just kind of ties that phthalo blue in. Makes it look like there might be some little patches of water on our little hill here. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. I'm not sure I like all of the white that's around there, but I don't want to cover all of it in. So I'm going to just dry my brush off a little bit. I'm going to tickle out a little bit more color into those white places. Like that. And then I'm going to get a little bit more, tap off my brush, get a little bit more alizarin crimson. Yeah. Just darken up some of these. While it's wet, it helps the paint to be distributed among the petals. There we go. Now I like that. Up here it's looking a little bit nondescript, a little bit too nondescript. All right. And this got a little bit greeny in my purple. There. Good. I might come in with a little bit of yellow and put a little bit of yellow on these purple flowers. Yeah, I like that. Remember, you're just playing. It's just a piece of paper and some pigment. If you decide at the end that you just don't like it, wait for it to completely dry. And then if you still don't like it, throw it away. Just paper. I'm going to add a little yellow into these reds as well. Maybe that's what I need in those white spots. Yeah, I like that. I like that better. Now these look a little bit funny to me, so without belaboring this too much, spread those shapes out a little bit. All right, I'm going to put in some stems. Darken these up a little bit. We have one more thing to do. Okay, I love the randomness of the way that this dried, and you'll find that if you keep doing this over and over, no two bookmarks will be the same, because the water just has a mind of its own, and it pulls the pigment wherever it wants to. So make a few of them and see what you can create. Use some different colors. And thanks for joining me. Thanks for wandering with me through this little field of flowers. I hope that you come back and wander with me again soon. And blessings to you.